chatted and chatted and chatted until the Uber came. And the Uber came and he flashed his lights like mental because he knew these two white girls walk out of fucking place. And we get into the car, boom, locked the door, and he said, "Did you get bit?" And I says, "What? Did you get bit? Did they bite you?" And I said, "No." He's okay. And then we started driving and we were like, "What do you mean that we get bit?" Says people tend to get bit around here, says they pass rabies. And I was like, what the fuck? Never coming back to Memphis.
I have an uncle, he was a cop in New York too, and when we were there, we went and toured the police station. Yeah. And there was a boy actually just being tucked in with a needle or a syringe. He tried to rob a liquor store over there with a syringe with AIDS in it.
Aye, they're nuts.
Aye, the AIDS virus he had, he took the blood out and tried to inject it into someone. They robbed the place.
Oh,
they're creative. They're not nuts. They're creative. That's
creative?
Aye. It's a different way than just grabbing a gun, isn't it? No,
well, what does it say? Guns don't kill people, people kill people.
I will. That's true.
But no, see the fella we were chatting to? He goes, "Oh, what's your name?" He found me on Instagram and asked me back for a nightcap that night. Mental. And
what I serve you when you went back?
The amount of people in this fucking country, in this world, like, and you're going, what?
What did I serve you when you went back?
Eh?
What did you drink when you went back for your nightcap?
Oh, flipping just beer, whatever was on the flipping fridge.
So you didn't go back?
No.
All right. Oh, that was implying you were going back and you just agreed?
No, fuck no. I'm back to my own place.
So, Rosie, great to have you on anyway.
Is that us?
That was us anyway.
Was it us?
That was us anyway.
Right. I was talking to them and stuff.
But right. Grand, sure, the camera's looking at you that way, you're alright?
Right, go for it.
But we have been going for it, you're grand. Stop freezing up now. This is a wee bit off you. This is you in front of the camera now instead of behind it.
Yeah, I usually do the interviewing as well because I don't drive. I do my own interviews and stuff. So this is definitely not something.
What's drive like?
I like drive. It's free. You get to do your own thing. So like it's a morning show. I started doing it just for my mental health during lockdown and stuff like that. Richard Moore, I was chatting to him one day and he says, "Why don't you come on and do a wee show just to get you out of the house? We're still broadcasting and stuff. Says everything's washed down or whatever. You can do your own wee bits and pieces." And I just got started from there and I just loved it. And then I only do it Saturday morning. But it's voluntary, you know. It's
true.
But it's a good way to kind of build the confidence and kind of.
What is it you do? Is it just playing the music or having a crack, or is there like a certain segment, or is it just?
Well, I do mine is the noughties and the 90s. So I do I'm the epitome of a 90s girl, like with I'm always in flipping baggy jeans and shit. But I just love kind of getting people on who are pretty much like yourself, relatable in the town, and just people that you can chat to on a personal level as well as comedy level or some kind of just a different.
So you do music, it suits me because no matter what genre says, I was born in the 90s.
Were you?
92 to be exact.
I think we checked did she show the ID the last time?
It was my wee brothers. Me and my wee brothers the same name too, funny enough.
Love it. No, it's good. They're looking for people if you're looking to just touch base with your own community and do things like that too.
Why are they getting rid of you? Are they looking for someone for the Saturday mornings? Are you worrying? No,
I'm never there. They're like, "Rosie, come on." I took 6 weeks off.
Oh, did?
Hey? Plug your own shoe and everything. What do you call them two boys? Roe Boyle and...
Aye, Roe and Fenton.
They have
I've seen Fenton and Roe.
Right, they have a show.
I know, see that.
I don't know about their music, but they're good crack.
Well, what music do they play?
I don't know. I don't listen to it.
Come on now, they're good crack. Good crack when you pass them in the hallways, aren't they? But do you do that from the building or can you do that from home or what?
From the building, aye. Just go down and it's just, Jenner's been on like guides and...
God love you.
It's basic. It's really basic, but it's because it's community and stuff. But like we easily reckon between 3,000 and 5,000 listeners on a Saturday morning.
You know, per match,
per show, you know. So everybody's show has their own listeners and things. So you reach people.
We'll go down next. We'll get you cancelled in a week.
Cancelled?
We'll get you cancelled.
This will probably get me cancelled.
Hopefully. That's a plan, I know. That's a plan. Free up your Saturday mornings. You can go out and get drunk now on a Friday night. You'd have nothing to do on a Saturday.
Hey, what? I tell you.
Oh, you don't go on hungover, do you?
Hey? Oh, there's days I've gone on there and people have rung in. They've gone, "Rosie, are you hanging the day, love?" Like, because you've repeated yourself maybe 3 or 4 times. I'm like, Oh, right. And that's my mother. That's not even anybody else. It's my mama ringing it. Shut up, would you?
But no, the shows too, you're writing plays, is it?
So I pretty much started off doing a poetry book during lockdown. And it's flipping hilarious because whenever you were back at school, I think about this all the time. When you're back at school, I remember my first introduction to poetry being, what was it, The Charge of the Light Brigade or something like that. It was like 200-year-old poem about getting in the battle. And I was sitting there going, what the fuck do I know at 14 years of age about a poem?
Relate to that.
So you were trying to do it for your Key Stage 3, learn this thing, and then you had to analyse it and you had to do all your bits and pieces. So for that whole week, I sat up the back and I learned Betty Bopper. You ever hear Betty Bopper? So instead of doing The Charge of the Light Brigade, which is 200 years old, I learned Betty Bopper that a woman wrote maybe a couple of years before that, and it goes like this. Betty Bopper bought some butter, but she said her butter's better. If you put it in my batter, it will make my batter bitter. But a better butter bound to make your batter better. That's how I spent third year. Trying to learn that.
That's how you've mastered it. Is that how you've mastered it?
Yes.
Well, you know what? Third year paid off.
Do you know what? I'm 40 and I still remember it. So something went on when I was at school.
Well, it worked then. Your whole third year worked.
So I credit that to my introduction to poetry. Betty Bopper, not The Charge of the Light Brigade. I couldn't care less. The only thing,
even though it's about The Charge of the Light Brigade, have you even read it once?
Coolio stole a line out of it as I walked through the shadow of the Valley of Death.
Right.
So that comes from The Charge of the Light Brigade, which I learned years later. But other than that, no, I'm not a...
So did you say you wrote a poetry book?
Book, yeah.
And it's published now and all?
Published, during lockdown. People must have been really bored because they bought it.
It's your mother again?
That's my mum. 800 copies went to her front door.
Well, what do you call the book?
A Little Faith, Hope and Love. I was trying to kind of reach out to people and say, you know what, we're all going through it at the one time, and just see if there was something people can maybe relate to, or just little...
Was it just sold locally, or where would you get it if I was looking for it now?
Amazon.
Amazon, it's on Amazon.
And Kindle and things like that there. Just, it's self-published, but it done really well. It kept my pocket going for a few months. So it was great.
High class. When you left school, what did you get up to? Was it always about this, or was this just kind of lockdown? Started all this from here in Atlanta?
Pretty much. As I say, just always have been writing like wee bits and pieces, like for my granddad when I was about 8 or whatever, and then just started progressing, and I joined like an actor's bunker and just took from there. Met a few people that was on the play, Catherine and Shelby and Brian, and so we done a few wee bits and pieces there, and I realised that people had an interest in the comedy that I was writing. So do like little stand-up pieces for Shelby here. She's brilliant. She's great doing the comedy stuff. So I would have wrote for her. I like writing for people. So that's why I'm asking you if you want to be in the play. I can write. And once I know your personality, I write for people.
Can you write me some good stand-up?
I'm better at writing for other people.
I flopped the last 5 times I done stand-up.
Have you? Oh dear.
The material was there, but I wasn't.
Oh, was you? It's difficult to do. Like, you can write it. It's just the delivery then.
See, maybe I should do what you do and just write it and stay off the...
Write it and hand it to somebody else. I don't do stage. I thought I always wanted to be an actor. I thought I wanted to be on stage. I'd done a film for John Deary, with John Deary in the heads. So he was producing a film, and it's called Jack. It was like a sequel to one I done. It was called Jump, and it was in I don't know, some Cannes Film Festival. So it was on that, and he had done other wee bits and pieces, and I done the Don't Shoot Me Away and Shoot Me, and I never felt fear like it. Like you said, Janice, you felt the fear, but you loved it. You fed off it. Some people feed off it, and I
Don't Shoot Me Away and Shoot Me. Was that the name of the?
It was funded by the Northern Ireland Council or Arts, and it was premiered down in down in the Bowling Alley. So it was premiered down there and stuff. They had a big event and everything for it. But
what was it actually about? Was it a comedy? Did you say?
No, it was about paramilitary beatings.
Right.
And I played a social worker in it. I was sticking up for a wee lad that was wrecking people's houses and stealing, but I was trying to say,
bad as him being an enabler.
Society that's built him that way type thing. What else has he got whenever his mother's an alcoholic and he's got nothing else going, and he's running around with these kind of influential people who are doing the same thing? it's kind of there's nothing for them.
Was that the first time you were on screen with someone?
First time I was on stage.
Did you not like it? Why did you not go back to that and go back to the writing?
Screen is okay. I would rather do screen work than stage work. Stage work is brutal. I can't do it. I don't know how people get up and no, the fear, even the fear watching people in my plays as well, absolutely puts me the nerves right through me. Janice will tell you, like I literally the anxiety just eats me alive. I just can't. I'd be like, oh God.
So what are you like on the show night then?
On show night, I'm a bag of nerves. I'm walking around. I'm downstairs looking to see if there's a crowd. But even though we know for Unreal Housewives, we sold out in like 4 days. Even though I knew it was sold out, I still had to walk around and make sure that I knew people were coming because they put in so much effort, and they were going to do an absolutely blank show. You came to see it, didn't you?
I seen it.
So they were amazing. They deserved the audience that they got, and then I know for a fact actors feed off the energy. So a good audience is going to give a better performance out of the actors as well.
How can you control them nearly?
Can't.
No, what I mean is that a lot of that looked very improvised, to be fair.
It wasn't. No, honestly, you have to.
They made their character themselves, but
the characters themselves, like literally, Janner's bold mouth is her own.
And nobody else's.
The bold mouth is her own. It's like you make your character your own, but even half of the things that you work in, you have to work that and on stage and during rehearsals to make sure it looks natural. And the fact that people think some of it looks improvised means we're doing a good job. We don't like that word, improvised. We don't like
that
it.
That takes it all away from you, doesn't it?
No,
it does. Takes it all away from you.
I like people, whenever you come and you do a play, show up on time, come with an idea, and be respectful to everybody else. So that's only 3 things that we ask whenever we're doing a kind of a production, things like that. And see if you come with your own idea and it works, it's going in. Do you know, I'm not precious about what we put in or what we kind of agree on. If everybody's in agreement and it works, you can't deny if something is going to kind of get
see someone like the Unreal Housewives of Derry. Are you starting with the characters? Or are you starting with? I know the idea obviously came from the Real Housewives or something you call it. Eh?
Not me.
Oh, not you.
Apparently.
Right. Okay. But how do you have a character before you have nearly everything created? Or
I think anybody that watches that show has designed a show themselves in their head. They've walked through what it would look like, the Real Housewives of Derry, the Real Housewives of Belfast, Dublin, wherever, whoever watches it, I don't know anybody that maybe hasn't thought there should be one of Derry, there should be one of Belfast, especially Belfast with the accent and everything. I think it'd be brilliant. But everybody has had that idea. The concept belongs to nobody. Because the concept is already out there. It's been out there for the last 23 years. It doesn't belong to anybody. Everybody is entitled to have an idea, but I base my characters on my favourite show. One of them is the Orange County. I love watching those characters, seeing the most explosive, and then giving Janner's the most explosive character and writing it for her. You know, so I only met the girls once, so I get a good feeling, or I get a nice understanding of who somebody is whenever I meet them, and then I like to write for people, as I said, and it's easier to do that because you know who's going to land. So
the first thing you nearly need is to meet the person.
And on a project like this, that's you know that it's already established, and you want to make sure you do it really, really well. So
did you have to change characters about that after you wrote roles and stuff like that there?
After meeting them, like Janner's was supposed to be a big country woman. There's no way.
That's no chance.
There's no way she could have pulled that off.
So after meeting her for 5 minutes, you realised that wasn't going ahead?
I realised she was an absolute diva. After 5 minutes, I thought, this girl here is going to own the stage, and she did. She brought it. But they all did. Every one of them has their own characters. Every character is unique and different and brings something else. Like, you wouldn't get a fiery Brigitte if you didn't get somebody on stage winding her up. So you need those characters to all play together and feed off each other. Because like she wanted to stab the character Jade in it, and and if it was real life, there would have been fisticuffs because there was so much winding up. But that's what I love to see, seeing the natural relationships then. But like we did this in 7 weeks. How they built those relationships up in 7 weeks was unbelievable. Normally you're talking 3 months for a project like something like a 2-act play. You're talking at least 3 months, and we did it in 7 weeks. And I wrote the script in 3.5. So.
So where do you start with writing a script? Where just meet the people and just start.
Meet the people.
Do you have the end idea nearly before and then leading up to that, or?
No, it's a bit like school, lastminute.com. I think the Monday before, the Sunday before, I had I promised my deadline to the gears. I said, I will have this done 28th of April. And I locked myself in the house on the Sunday, and I just binge watched in the background the Unreal Housewives. And then every time I got a Derry idea that maybe related to something I watched, it's, watching stuff triggers for me local humour. So I was able then just to go, boom, it was done.
Well, see, when you're writing the likes of the humour, how do you know you're not taking it too far? How do you, how far is too far?
When somebody goes,
when you're writing?
When they're reading it.
Is it not like 5 seconds after that when they're reading? No,
I was like, oh, that was one.
Was there anything you kept on that you were thinking this is going to kind of go 2 ways?
I think Derry's really good at laughing at themselves. I thought the humour was going to land really well. I thought, if anything, I was going to get maybe slaughtered for maybe the Protestant Catholic divide or the DLA jokes. There's quite a few. There's a lot of stuff in there that could have.
At least the ones that's going to crack up about the DLA jokes isn't going to jump up at you or anything, or they might lose it.
No, here. You got to be careful of who's in the audience, I tell you.
But there was a few loud people in the audience. I've seen a few ones shouting there.
And ones fell off the stage up the back. If they're not on the DLA now, they will be after the show. They're leaving. We've up on pains and aches. But
that's all thanks to you.
I think if you don't go for it, like me and Janice have had this conversation before where things are too PC. And we've gone maybe a wee bit too far. Like a lot of people still like the jokes, the carry on and the ticking it a wee bit close to the bone. There's still a lot of people like ourselves out there who like things to go close to the bone. So I'll take it as close to the bone as I can. And then if it needs to be brought back, I'll bring it back. But I haven't had to. So it means I haven't taken it close enough.
When you're writing for other people, do you take it past? Because it's up to them and
it's up to them whether they want to do it. Like so it's their choice.
See, when you're writing things even for other people or another show, are you doing it in the house like you said there now? You were writing it with a show on behind you, or are you going to a cafe? Are you going?
I work full time as well, so I start 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 every day. So the minute 4:30 comes, straight home. If I do have something in my head, those evenings are just dedicated to writing, and the weekends until it's done. But like writer's block is real, and if it's not coming, then you just
sit the pen down.
Just put the pen down and walk away.
Would you rather physically write it out on pen or type it up?
I do my notes. I do a lot of notes. Everything I have is like I've got books and books of like little jotters and things, and it's just constant writing because when you're doing one play, an idea for another play might come into your head and you need to put that down. So I write everything down, everything. Even whenever we were doing the play, I was already writing for the second, like the second season.
So there is a second season?
There might
and
be
is
a
it coming up
season.
anytime soon?
Well, I haven't decided whether to do a second season or edit this one and go closer to the bone. So there's 2 ways. There's 2
Travel
things.
a wee bit more with this one.
Go a wee bit further with it. Now that we got away with so much in the first one.
That means you can get away with so much more then, does it?
So, aye. There's no harm in trying.
Well, you hope so.
There's no harm in trying. Like, take just a wee nudge further.
Without being funny, when you're writing your notes or anything like that there, do you put dates beside them?
Everything.
Everything.
Right, and I email it all to myself too.
Never open it. Email it. That's old trick, isn't it? To send a letter to yourself.
So sending a letter to yourself was the old way, but now to kind of copyright anything, you can email. It's all modern day now. But I email everything, every draft, every kind of anything I put on. It's not a full stop, but anything that I put on, I email to myself to make sure that I've got some kind of trail where I can prove that I've made those edits before I've maybe spoke to somebody or anything kind of comes up, because I have learned massive lessons this year, especially with the Unreal Housewives. It was torture. It was 2 months. I never left the house because I was feared of people seeing the things that were on TikTok and believing it. And thinking, and I've been doing this now for about 6 or 7 years, and I've never had any bother. I've never had everybody that's done any of my plays says, Rosie, it feels like a wee family, and everybody at the end ends up being friends afterwards and stuff. And there's so much respect with the group and so much respect for myself and Brian. And we just want to, it's a hobby. You know, it's a passionate hobby that everybody has, and I just want people to be comfortable, come, have the crack, and maybe make new relationships, because that's why I started it. I wanted it to be community kind of thing where people can
get together
and maybe learn a new skill, or, you know, do something that they've always dreamt of doing. Like, if I'll always find a part for somebody, you know, if they say, I wouldn't mind trying that, I'll say, come on ahead then, or even come down, watch it, see what you like. Do you like doing the lights or sounds? Do you direct it? You know, what interests you? Come down.
Something's there for everyone.
There for everybody, because I've directed the first 3 plays of them. This one I stepped back because I'm not well. My health's not great anyway. But I stepped back and I handed over to Brian. Me and Brian think on the same level, so he knew pretty much what
he knows your answer before he asked the question.
So we pretty much think exactly the same type thing. So I knew it was in safe hands. But while Brian was doing that, I was doing stage design, I was doing the lights and sounds and everything else. And I think I would rather write it and go into production. I'm not directing them again.
No, I couldn't blame you.
I am not.
If Janner stepped down, would you direct it? If Janner stepped down, would you direct them?
She was actually white crack.
She
was actually the easiest to direct. She took direction really well. For somebody that's never been on stage before, took direction really, really well. But like, we had Alana was first time on stage in years, and like you're saying, no, she didn't. It was first time on stage in a while. And then Roma, oh my God, Roma, we had somebody drop out, and Roma came on 2 weeks before we went to stage, and in 2 days she learned her lines. 2 days she learned the lines. She came in and she brought a different dynamic to it. She brought ideas, which we always say, bring an idea. And like, the fight scenes was Roma's idea. Let's put a fight in here. Let's stick it in. And we're like, right, let's go for it. But that's what we want, because you can only write and you can only direct so much. You have to feel something as a character. And if you feel like you want to get up and hair her, I'm not going to stop you. I might stop you from actually hairing her, but at least go and make the motion. Somebody will always step in. It'll never get too far, you know, never go as far as you
Then
can.
if they're friends off screen, it never will, or even friendly.
But you come with an idea, and if the idea works, it always goes in. That's just it. I'm giving Janners too much.
No, give her nothing. Give her nothing.
But no, definitely idea. Come with an idea, come on time, and be respectful to everybody else. That's just it.
And waggle them if you want to waggle them.
Well, you'll not let you get that far.
The more serious stuff that you've wrote, do you enjoy doing that as much as the funny stuff?
Well, everybody that's been to any of my plays, they say it's a roller coaster. There's always funny elements. I always like to do light and shade. So they'll always be funny, because I was saying to you about a play I'm doing now at the minute, and a writing, and it's a serious topic, but it's going to be a funny undertone with a serious
dry wit.
And like, I'll give you an exclusive. It's called The Funny Thing About Cancer.
Right.
So that's why I'm looking for 3 men.
So
if these are free.
So you need someone with dry humour.
So, like, the funny thing about cancer is it's not funny. Do you know what I mean? So where do you go with that title? You have to make it funny.
And did you have the title first?
Yeah.
So you just said, I want to write something funny about cancer.
Yeah. But no, it's just to kind of make it and it's not. It's like I've had so many friends and stuff go through it, and I work in the cancer centre, and I work with Macmillan, and I also done a writing event with Macmillan, and the project was up in the Playhouse last year or 2 years ago, and I help people write poetry to have a cathartic release. So whenever I was meeting these people, and you were sitting in these kind of function rooms and things were happening and everything, everybody was relating to their funny story, but felt guilty for laughing at each other. And I was like, this is what people need to see more of. They need to see
keep the humanity in it.
The humanity in it. It's like they were talking about, like, Margot Carr came on my show one day, and she started drumming her prosthetic boob. And I was like, this is all funny stuff.
I've seen her do stand-up a few times. She's pretty good.
She's not wise, but she was on radio, and she just told everybody, that is me and my prosthetic boob. And I was like, this is what people need to see more of, And it helps, I think, probably helps the families and everything, to see that whenever they do go to these kind of groups and things, and it's not tears, and there's a lot about a light eye. Everybody's there to kind of feel something and maybe relate to other people, because if you're not going through it, it's difficult. But something like that was brilliant, and then that just kind of gave me a kind of an idea to do something like that, just to give.
See, writing something like that, are you going to keep that local? Because the Derry kind of humour will react to that, but if you went to, let's say, Belfast, Dublin, they may not.
Don't know.
Or do you think it's a whole Irish humour would get it?
The Calendar Gears years ago, where they that was a film of Calendar Gears, and it was like you had it was all about breast cancer, I think, as far as I remember, and like there was these women. It was a true story about these women who all got together and all had the crack, and they made a calendar, and the calendar was a funny calendar with them with their tops off and using like objects to hide their dignity type thing, and it was a comedy, and it was brilliant. It was really, really well done. It was really well received, and I just think there needs to be more of that for kind of dealing with those kind of topics and things. But so far I've got good people interested in it. And
so after that, a good Irish wake comedy.
Aye, like Packy's Wake. Remember that years ago? No, I was a local guy, Gavin McKay.
Far too young.
Let me see that idea.
That's you might pick up on something that other nosy fucker didn't, so I'll not bother showing you.
The one you used to try to get on the sugar years ago, wasn't
it? I know we used to get the idea to make you look older. Now I'm getting one to make myself look younger, and it's not working. That didn't work getting on the sugar neither.
Wee baby face, you see.
So you are?
Wee baby face then.
What do you mean then? Still. Do you see a play and everything? Do you see humour and everything, or?
I think you can write about anything. I definitely do, and like if I got paid for it, I probably could. You know what I mean? If it was a pain, like nobody goes into the theatre world or acting, as stand up or even to get paid. Do it for a passion, but I definitely see the funny side of everything. My skin is thick. It is thick, and like I've seen me laughing at things and people going, why did you laugh at that? And I was going, because it was funny. He says, but it was a clear dig at you. And I was like, aye, but it was funny. It was so funny.
You admire their thinking.
They admired. Like, do you know what? They committed. So what do you want me to do? And they don't apologise for it. I like people who commit and don't apologise for their humour, because they enjoy it. If you enjoy it, I'm going to enjoy it.
What's the best joke you ever wrote for someone? Can you say it? What's the furthest on forward that you can write for people?
It's probably my first play. It's not a joke, but it's more something in the script. And it was like this girl, she's coming to terms with coming out. She's a teacher and she's coming out, and she's religious. She's from a Catholic background. And the father and the mother are all having this argument with her, telling her it's a phase and it's this, that, and the other. And she says, I even went to confessions. I told a priest that I was a lesbian. And the dad says, you told the priest you were a lesbian? And she was all, aye. Says, you told the fucking priest you're a lesbian? Says, aye. And all I got was 3 Hail Marys. Says, it gets you to pray to a fucking woman. Says, as he's sick in the head. So I got a good gag, like got a good laugh.
Is there anything you ever wrote and you didn't expect it to be funny? And the crowd pick it up as funny?
Everything. Because people, like you're saying, is there anywhere where it's close to the bone? The first 2 plays I wrote, there's serious undertones, and you could see people hanging themselves laughing at the dark moments, and I was going, oh, you're darker than me.
And what was their names? What was the names of them plays?
So the first one was I Didn't See That Coming, and then the Christian support group, How Not to Catch the Gay. So they were what I call it one. So that was about somebody going to Christian support, these people trying to get cured from being gay or transsexual or whatever, and then they come across a Bible thumper, and it's about about kind of meeting on a mutual ground after. It's about kind of showing a humanity side to the Bible thumpers without losing the integrity of people from the LGBT community.
Aye.
Because nobody at the end ends up staying at the group. It's all kind of...
Aye, so you're trying to keep everyone happy at the end?
So that's difficult. Aye, so that one, I thought that this one's the one that's going to get me maybe roasted. I thought,
before you even start.
I put up a banner and it was ripped down by, the guy that stands along at the end of the Peace Bridge. He's always standing every Saturday with a sign. No, have you ever seen him? Well,
I be on Saturday mornings listening to your show, so I don't be walking along a piece.
So do I. Pre-recorded. So he was I literally put it up on the Friday evening, and people were walking past going, fair play, da da da. Put it up the Friday evening. He tore it down the next day. Spent 60 quid on the thing.
What did you put up?
I put up my poster for I paid 60 quid for this big banner, and we had to cable tie it to the railings and everything. And he tore it down the next day and stuck it in the bin. People were finding wee bits and pieces and were texting me saying,
what did the banner say? It was just a show, was it?
Just a show in the Times when it was on.
And who's this, a religious boy, I think?
He stands every Saturday and he's like this here under your car. And
would you or would you not have asked him to be on the show? Could he not have been one of the Bible thumpers on the show?
Well, he is, aye.
Oh, no, but on your show, I mean. That's, I don't know.
Get him in and maybe interview him and drive 105. Why do you think fire and brimstone? Why do you think? The last one we had a lot for people from Enniskillen, people from Belfast, all coming in, and they got the humour easily, absolutely easily. And the first two plays I took, I took them to the International Theatre Festival in Dublin, and I got nominated for 2 Oscar Wilde. Just putting that on there. Got 2 Oscar Wilde. My first ever play, got 2 nominations, and it was because the audience related to it, because it was they said the play could have travelled anywhere basically, because it had identity in theatre. So it didn't matter where you took this play, you could have put it on anywhere. So I had Spanish people coming up to me saying loved it. I had people from Dublin saying loved it. German coming up and saying loved it, and they understood it and everything. So I think Derry humour can travel. I think it definitely.
How do you know when they say it's kind of bad at a play? How do you know? Is it just 2 nights that's it in your head with things, or how do you know when they stop, or do you still keep shows going in the background that's going years maybe?
Well, the first 2, to be fair, at the minute I'm quite prolific because I have an idea and I keep going with it, and I'm able to kind of do what maybe other people aren't doing at the minute, writing original plays and putting maybe 1 out a year. So I don't know when that's going to stop. So I want to keep going until it stops and I can't write any more plays, and then I can come back to them. But the first 2, as I say, I was lucky enough to take those to an international theatre festival, and they done really well. And whenever we go to them as well, they're not paid gigs. We do fundraising for that. What I do make sure is nobody is out a penny, not even for a glass of water. And that's free. But you know what I mean? Nobody's out anything. And it's just, do you have the experience? And people want to go and experience those kind of festivals and things just to see how they are. And I'm lucky enough to have, if I'm honest, I need to mention Ollie Green and the Greater Shannon Community Centre. I took my first play to Ollie, and he didn't even blink whenever I told him what it was about. He says, when do you want to do it? It was literally that. He read it, and I went down and I met it, and he says, Rosie, when do you want to do it? And I was like, really? And that was my first play. I didn't think,
anyone would believe
anybody would be wanting to. And it's always, Derry plays, the plays that are on theatre and here are plays that maybe the rights have been bought in, and then somebody else's play from maybe England or America or something like that, and we're trying to do this production here. Original work is difficult because it's difficult to get your own name and your own work out there. Katrina Cunningham's doing really well at the minute with the Marion Hotel. Don't know if you've seen that one.
No.
It's about the mother and baby homes. Absolutely, that would break your heart. That's going to be doing the rounds as well soon. I think that's going to Liverpool next year, I think. But that done really well. That toured because it got big funding. And whenever somebody takes on a project, it can be worthwhile. You can give funding, but I can't seem to give funding. I apply for everything going, and I can't seem to give funding. But
so that's why you haven't really toured them, or have you toured any?
Well, I have an imposter syndrome. Ollie Green says to me, let's go, let's do the lyric, let's go to the alley, let's go to Buncrana, let's go to Letterkenny. And then I go, aye, no bother, that sounds brilliant. And then I ghost him. I just literally, I ghost them, and I can't do that. There's no way people are going to want to see it or pay for the tickets, and then I get under my head that the cast deserve an audience, and I think, but the cast themselves would put on the same show if there's 5 people in the audience, if there was 500 people in the audience. It's me, myself, that gets inside my head. But with the Unreal Housewives, I was like, do you know what? It does. This is something that's going to help me get the more serious ones maybe out there. This is the one that's going to help me just...
It's going to get you your funding.
Maybe,
this is going to get you your funding.
Hopefully gets the funding for the more serious, more serious ones than that. So, but
then do you think you're limiting your audience? Because I was the only fella in the audience in that.
We said males are relevant. What did you think of it?
It was very good.
So should we do like maybe a marketing appeal the next time we do it? Like say, men, you need to come and see this.
How would you? How would you go?
I get you to do it. You've seen it.
I've seen it.
Do you know?
But
you know,
there might have been 2 other men, but their heads were down. They're being dragged there. I was only fella there myself.
Oh, voluntarily. Like I went on my own accord. But I think like men, I think, of the women's TV shows, like they're the first to say, "What are you watching that, Brock?" And then they'll stand behind the sofa watching it.
Not me.
And you're like,
I can't have it on the TV in the house. Certain things that my wife watches, I can't even be in the room.
I don't know that character.
Can't be in the room. Can't be in the room. Have to leave it.
I bet you know who every character is, though.
I know. I can watch it mute. No, I don't even. Honestly, I really don't.
But I think things like that, because it's a ticket piss, you know, anybody can come out and see it. I think men are afraid to come see it because they're also on Real Housewives. It's just going to be a pile of women at it. They don't realise the crack they're going to have.
I know. It's not a reenactment of the actual show. So
you couldn't put that play that we did beside any TV show and say there was any relatability there at all. There was none. It was literally, we tried to kind of make it really, really local. I think we probably went too local. It could have been a different show, you know, like anyway. But I think men would definitely love it. Your husband loved it, Janners. He flipping loved it. So, because he watches it, you see.
See, he was told he had to love it before he went.
Yeah. You come and you...
He was told he had to love it.
You clap the loudest and you sit up the front.
I feel sorry for him.
Yeah?
I feel sorry for him. If you could pick anyone to be on one of your shows, actor-wise, across the board, who would you have? Top actor.
Actors, who do I rate? I'm not really a fan of, like, I like...
Even singer. If you could have someone that would starstruck you.
Brandi Carlile.
Who's that?
She's an American country singer. But she doesn't act. But that would be my only starstruck. In terms of films and stuff, I don't know if
what kind of films do you watch? What?
Horror films.
Horror films? Yeah. Did you watch the new Conjuring yet?
Haven't seen that yet, no.
No? I'm binge watching the old ones at the minute and sleeping with the light on.
Watch the new, I Know What You Did Last Summer. Do you know what just took me back? But it was so cheesy. It was good. It was so cheesy. It was really good because I was like, "Oh, this just took me back to the 90s." I was, "Oh, this is class."
So, do you think the horrors make you more creative? Is that what it is? Because you do see a lot of creative deaths alone, or
I don't know if it's horrors make me creative. I tend to stay away, which is the God's honest truth, from comedies. Romantic comedies. I tend to stay away from that. We're funny enough in Derry to get enough material. I think people in general are funny enough to draw enough material. And I'm not a rom-com girl at all. I'm definitely not.
No, that's all I
don't do it. Oh, I'm going to do an exclusive first to the video. So we have an exclusive. We have just been told that our Unreal Housewives of Derry is most definitely not finished. And we have been confirmed that we're going to the Millennium Forum next year. Can't give a date yet because I need to speak to the production team, but we are...
Can you give a rough month?
I can give summer next year.
Summer next year?
Summer next year is...
Same actors?
Same actors. Hopefully they're free.
Same story, or are you going to change it up a wee bit so
I'm going to change
someone that's already watched it can go and see it again?
Yes, definitely going to be changed up. I'm going to put more... it's 2 act play. Wrote it, as I say, in 3 weeks, so I could definitely put more into it. I think there's enough there for the humour to be more meatier.
Now that you probably know the characters better now because you've seen them on stage.
You can definitely go, you want cut to the bone? I'm going to give you cut to the bone. I'm gonna
Speaking of cut to the bone, we'll bring Janners on now, will we?
Do it.
What do we reckon?
Do it.
You ready for round 2?
What's that? You can say,
It's a crack, darling.
Look, when I sit close.
That's a crack, darling. This might be a bad mix.
That's, maybe we'll get this off the screen now. Keep that out of the way here. That's it.
Alright, off.
How has Janners been keeping?
All good. Good in the hood. How are you?
I'm grand, other than being bullied all over the internet by you.
Wasn't all over the internet, like
That's
it's
well.
just here for a wee while.
No, well, all over your page, so about definitely not all over the
I think
internet.
we've all been there. I think that's how we bonded.
That is definitely how you bonded. I go for the jugular.
Did I hear you only got TikTok when you started the Unreal Housewives?
Janners couldn't believe how much I don't do social media.
Oh, no social media? I thought it was just TikTok.
I have Facebook and I have Instagram, but not very active, not anything. I don't use it for any purpose and stuff. When I went to America, I put the phone down. If you're dead, I'll find out when I come back. You know, I literally use the phone for sat nav and checking in with my mommy.
So what you're telling me that the only properly productive person in Derry that's doing a lot of writing doesn't have their phone in their hand? No way.
Old school. Pen
You couldn't believe it?
No, I couldn't. It was like a new toy. I was all, what? Like you don't have... So,
was it like, look at this video, look at this video, look at this one.
And she was all...
And they were all yourself, I bet you.
No, not the first meeting. The next one, then I was all sending them and
she was
chatting all this, look at me, look at me.
It was almost like one of them things where I thought, people aren't going to believe me. And then it was like, you were mentioning things and I was all, oh, I've never heard of that before, didn't know this, didn't that? And she was all...
You didn't even know the logo for TikTok?
No.
Is it that one there? I was all, I feel like I'm talking about Oh, dear Jesus. That's all it's that one there.
Keep going, get on. And do you know what? It is fun, but I don't know if I'll ever be a social media person. Like I tried it because you says get on, get your name out there, start doing wee bits and pieces and start promoting, and you know, people will follow if they enjoy the content and da. And what did I do? Maybe 6 and fell off the planet again.
You had a wee video and I was, oh, you broke your virginity.
I know, I was like, here we go.
Boom, ghost.
Boom. And I was like, I don't have the commitment. Do you know? I don't have the commitment.
You're too productive. That's what but then a lot of people is productive on TikTok and has a lot of content on that.
Company very much
So how did you actually control her on stage?
To be fair, like I think I love working with people who have multiple personalities. and and Janners brought them all, and you know,
she could have acted that as a one-woman show.
It's a one-woman show. And see if you spoke to the one that was in control, you were grand.
But see, when you spoke to the one that wasn't in control, like the first night of the show, it was like, I'm doing my hair. I'm not a minute. I was really cracking up, and I was just like bumping character.
And character, it's like
it's just like it wasn't me, it was Patricia. Like what I was.
I blame someone else. I blame
for her never to be on stage and dictate the way she did. It was just brilliant. I think you give Brian more heart attacks than you give me. Anything she done, I laughed. And then Brian was like, stop laughing at her, and I was all,
it's like, Wayne, you're encouraging her, stop laughing.
And he would pull me to the side and he'd be like, Rosie, stop laughing at her. He says, I'm never going to get her under control if you keep laughing. I said,
many have tried. Many have failed.
I said, but it works. I said, why would we change? Like, why not if it works?
That's what I was saying. I said, it obviously works. It's funnier. It's just better, Brian. And he was just like, but it's not the way it's supposed to be. And it was
better if I do it.
And everything. But it was my heart says, I'm going to do this how I feel it should be done.
I like people bringing their character. I always write in the stage directions. You write your stage directions on any script, but I be a wee bit specific, and Janners ignored it. And not all the time.
She's in and lure you into a false sense of security. I did like stay in my lane a wee bit at the start, and then when it got serious and the time got closer, then I was just like, fuck that. Right, this is what we're doing. This is the way it's going, like it or not.
This is how I am.
On stage in 2 weeks, here we go.
But I think that helped you learn your lines.
Aye.
Because bringing a bit of yourself on that, I think we were under a tight schedule. I didn't want to be that person to say, no, cut out that language, stop doing this, stop getting off your seat when you're not supposed to get off your seat, stop doing da. If that's going to help you learn your lines, it's because people come up with different methods at home. And if you're prancing about learning your lines and you want to do it on stage, you know, you kind of, you put things in motion. So if you're learning your lines at home, walking about, you're going to do it when you come to rehearsals. You can't help it. We're going to try and bring you in and get you to stop. But until you get your lines, I'm not going to stop you.
How did you learn your lines? Was the walking method working? Or?
It was like kind of almost like motion memory. So like if you're walking at a certain part of the stage at this particular part, then you're going to remember the next part, and then you're going to remember the next part. But I just had an app on the phone, spoke my lines on it, and just if I'm in the house and doing the washing or doing the wings homework or doing whatever, I was just pressing play.
You were listening more than
just
you were.
listening to it more, because see, I'm reading, I'm going, what did I just read? And I'll go back to that, and I'll lose a full hour. Because the ADHD.
Did you have to? Did you? No, that's probably you had to read it 10 times for the 10 different personalities to get it on.
That's what it was. Each personality had to try and
was
learn.
Coming and
it's taking forever.
Yeah. She wanted to act them all.
You said you were looking for 3 men in play, weren't you?
Yeah.
As one a 20-year-old fella, no, that I could act.
Hey?
As one 20 years old and I can act them, no.
We're going back in time.
It's older.
There's 2 of them.
Play yourself.
Playing the granda of the 21-year-old then, Marty
McFly over here. Love it.
I know, I've actually never watched that film.
Have you not?
I have a few films that they'll take his Dirty Dancing's one.
Dirty Dancing.
Grace I haven't watched.
Grace
I don't do musicals.
You told me that the last time.
I don't.
Why did I even come back here?
That's why do we even invite you?
No musicals. Do Grease too.
I need an invite.
You can't invite yourself anyway.
Competition. I don't need an invite down here.
No, well, I would say Max would differ with that.
Oh, here. Fuck Max Roddy. And the
straight down the lens.
Me and Max have an understanding. He knows the crap.
Sorry, Max, I got
her. Me and Max are friends. Never mind.
Would you make a TV series out of the Unreal Housewives?
Hey, anything possible?
Anything.
You could do. We do have a few bits. I say my brain works probably like an ADHD person. And it explodes. Like I one day messaged her on my lunch break. I wrote a 12-page script on an hour lunch. It wasn't even an hour. It was like
just
40
12
minutes.
pages. I hope it was front and back.
12 pages script.
Front and back.
And
Friends references.
I love Friends. No, I love sitcoms. I love Friends.
And I sent it to her. And I sent it to 2 other people that I fancied playing the parts. And like literally, I didn't edit it. I don't do editing. I rather send out the rough copy and see what people think. And she came back and she was like, "When are we doing it?" And I was like, "Right, happy days."
First, a howl laughing under my voice note. It'll make sense when you know he's on the.
And when are we going to find out?
We're going to start filming that soon. I'm going to step away from that direction wise, but a little bit before Christmas. So it's
getting no exclusive here. Is that what you're saying?
It's a ticket pass. It's another ticket pass type.
What is it, like a mini video kind of short?
Parts. Maybe a wee mini short. That's all you're getting.
We're just doing it.
Lip syncing of it.
Yeah, no lip syncing.
No. Oh, it's all you. Have you ever even spoken a video?
I have actually. See again.
No, you have, and it was all about fucking me.
Lip sync. Some podcast that was on. There was a couple of fellas on a podcast and a phone call. Aye, there was.
I don't know.
How long did it take you to? How long did it take you to do that?
You know what? It took me twice as long because I had it all done except for your part. I had to go back in.
Save the best day last time.
I fucking deleted it. I hadn't saved it in my drafts. I was no. I had Trotty's part first, then went back and done Grumpy's part, and then I was going back to do yours because I had to use all at the one time. And I was all you dirty hellion. So it actually took 45 minutes, that one. I was raging too because the first time I'd done it so well, and I was in fits. I was that bit now. Really, really killing myself laughing like when somebody laughs at their own jokes. I'm that person. But I was really, oh, it's funny. They're going to love it. They're going to love it. Oh, Jesus, oh, it's going to be class. It's going to be viral. Just in Derry, nowhere else.
It's good.
So the local people you want to reach, though. It's your own people.
I was sitting watching the podcast, the Grumpy Lawrence, and see that phone call, but I was all screen record. So that's my next video.
You don't want to know where I was or what was happening when I got that video. I'm not even joking. I was sitting in the house with paramedics about for a certain reason. Right? I'm not joking. Right? There was about 4 paramedics sitting in my house for something, and ambulances outside.
Sounds like an innuendo.
I'm not even joking. I was sitting there, and my phone was ding, ding, ding. I thought, what's wrong here? How can I walk out? And
were you on the bed or
No, I was grand. I was grand, but someone else wasn't in the house, and I was like, what the fuck's going on my phone here? And I was like, I need a bit of fresh air, and went out, and they probably heard me laughing from the side, and they were like, what's he laughing at? Is he laughing at all? So I'm hearing what's going on, and all. I'm not even
the worst time to laugh.
The whole street in my house, and I was outside laughing. I was like,
I must have knew that there was something.
I needed it at that minute. I actually did, to be fair. I'll give you that.
Derry humour, dark humour comes at the best of times or the worst of times.
I know. It worked. It perked me up anyway. That's everyone else was wondering why I was walking away like smiling my face and laughing. I'm saying I'm Janner's famous. I just
wasn't somebody on resource or anything, was it? They weren't getting resourced, were they?
No, man.
Wasn't that bad?
Thankfully, the person didn't need took away in the ambulance, so it wasn't that.
It wasn't that bad then.
Just a scratch.
Just a scratchy 4 paramedics.
Maybe tell it.
That's same boys. They sat there.
Dark humour.
No, Derry, I love it.
I
just love it. I just love it.
No,
that's because you know I'll give you a giggle.
You going to do the next horror film play that she's doing?
I actually love horrors too, but you know he loves horrors my way and my Johnny.
Yeah.
And then we were sitting watching the Saw films yesterday.
I can't do them.
They're gore, like more gore.
Would I tell you?
Laugh at them.
I
I'm
enjoy them.
desensitized to the whole horror thing. See, it's none, bitch. Here she is.
You never watched it then?
I did, sure.
See horrors. I can do horrors, but I can't do gore. I'm not.
It's a horror show where you're sitting watching horror shows and you're all.
Anytime I want to flick on a horror, I just watch your TikToks. I just flick through it.
Here, I've not a story, but
here, look at
Hi. Thanks for writing me that one, Rosie.
You'll get rid of me,
she's gonna. I'm gonna be like.
Funny all of a sudden.
I'm gonna be like PT Pat. PT Pat over there in the background. That's who he is. PT Pat. He always says, "What's your famous line, Pat? Shout it. If you slag me."
Oh, give me 7 to 8 working days, I'll come back.
Give me 7 to 8 working days, and I'll come back to you.
How long ago did I do my podcast? I'm still with him. Has come back.
Brutal, brutal.
That's nothing. I'm being nice.
I was bullied. I was bullied. I was bullied by her.
I was bullied all in the podcast last night. Oh, that's all. I
was.
And you were all.
I was bullied.
I did watch it, and there was elements of it. Like
there wasn't elements. It was from start to finish. It was the whole thing.
I had a ball.
I noticed. Glad I'm thick-skinned.
You're right.
Waiting for it.
Oh, yeah.
Get a wee tummy tuck or something. What do you call them new things everyone's doing?
Sure you want her to sit back there? Quite polite.
For the
last hour, I was quite polite.
How can we politely say fuck off?
She doesn't take a hint anyway.
No, I don't take a hint.
Well, she made it to the final day of the show. You had to write a character at the last minute.
Oh, no, you're talking about horror. See, in Nashville, we went and we done a ghost tour, and they were talking about how all these local kind of people, business people, they died or killed or murdered or whatever. The stories got gorier and gorier and gorier. And the last bar we got to, this guy was telling the story about the boy that owned the bar, and one of his employees came in and robbed it. They were junkies, and they came in, slit his throat 8 times, and he had his fingers stuck in the holes. And I slid down the wall and passed out. And the whole group was on the next bar. They had to move me in to the back room and let me throw up in the bin, because I can imagine that man. My imagination is that good. I could see that man getting his throat slit with a lemon slicer, and it was just. And I was like, "There's."
You fainted because of a story. fuck off, Rosie.
And you
Swear
like
to God,
horrors?
Claire stepped over me. She was, I'm mortified.
I would have too. Well done, Claire. I would have left you lying.
Mortified.
I would have left you lying in America.
I passed out, slid down the wall, and then whenever I came around, I could see this man's throat in my head, and I had to go to the bathroom and throw up.
Oh, there's something wrong with me, because I
I had to go and throw up.
There's something wrong with you. We would never have noticed.
Like a Derry person and Lorraine Moore.
Hey?
That's like a Derry person and Lorraine Moore.
It's that's feeling or something. I could see. He was a brilliant storyteller. He was absolutely brilliant. But my imagination just seen the whole entire thing. I could see blood and everything doing that there. I was like,
a picture. Did you get a picture? Did you video it there?
I was like, no.
How did he lip sync?
It was fucking wrong.
Oh, Jesus, you'll faint.
I'll faint. No, don't be talking about it because I literally.
Don't be talking about what? Someone getting their throats slit
No,
and their
don't. I will.
fucking
I'll slide in.
He's only 4 fingers in his hand. How did he get it in the 8 holes?
He didn't. He put his fingers in whatever holes he could get it in.
So the other 4.
That's why the big blow. Oh, stop.
Oh,
So did you take on any other shows when you were in Nashville?
No,
No country shows, no songs, no.
Traveled up and down, done like.
I know you says that, but you says you
Went
got
to
Ubers up
Dollywood.
and down.
No.
Or what, you was driving? I heard you
Drove,
saying,
aye.
well, I was just one night you were drinking.
Up to Dollywood and went to her hometown, which was class. Could have stayed there longer. What do you call it? Pigeon Forge, and they were having a big, massive like Jeep convention thing. They took over Pigeon Forge, and there was car parks with pink Jeeps, the actual Jeeps, and then yellow Jeeps and green Jeeps. They took over different car parks all over Pigeon Forge. It was like when the Americans do things, they do it right. Like absolutely brilliant. I loved that. Definitely, you need to go there, and you need to go to Graceland.
I've never been there. It's Elvis.
Elvis's hometown. Well, not Memphis. Don't go to Memphis. Just go to Graceland.
I'll let you get back to talking about your trucks and your fucking pishy necks and all. This is your podcast. I went back over
Thank God that's over.
Jesus.
Thank
What
God
did I
that's
say?
over. That's it.
I think she way over there to slide down
No,
the
it's
wall.
strong. The tension wasn't on her, you see. Tension wasn't on her.
And she way over there to slide down the wall.
So would you do a horror film play, Jenna?
I have
have you?
wrote my notes for like a 4-part type thing. I could definitely do it.
See if someone's looking to start in that kind of film, start writing even for a film or a...
Yeah.
What way would you start them off or tell them they start? How would they... What comes first? What the
Your
writing,
idea?
the
What's your
creation?
idea? Aye. So where do you want to go with it? Who's your target audience? What's the story you're trying to tell? If I'm honest, I'm bullshitting here because I just go straight to the writing. If I'm honest, I literally have an idea and I go straight to the writing. I plot out my characters, how many people is it going to be in it? Like, see this play, The Unreal Housewives, 10 characters is unheard of. You don't do it. Not for stage, not for community theatre. Max 5 people. Like a big play is considered anything between 3 and 6. I had 10 people to write for. And I was like, I had to tap on the Janners' multiple personalities and kind of figure out what I was going to write. It's mad because you have to kind of have those natural conversations in your head and they have to work. So whenever you're writing something, you have to understand how many people do you want on it? How intensely do you want the story to be told? Because smaller groups can tell things more intensely. Bigger groups are always going to be more comical, more dynamic. But smaller, keep it small and keep it more serious, I would do. But it depends on what people are looking to write. Why are you looking to write something?
No, I'm not, but I know somebody that genuinely is, to be fair. It wouldn't be something for me. No, I do know someone that's looking to do it and stuff like that there and go down that path. But see, would you tell them to start doing a play, or if it's movies or after, would you just say stick with the one field, or would you...
Depending on what your experience is, like if you have an experience in camera work, get it done. Like, you know the angles, you know how to tell the story on the camera lens. You just need to learn how to tell the story for your cast and collaborate. Just speak with people. Just chat, and like if you're struggling to kind of get the story out there. I've mentored a few people. I don't know how many times now. Done play before the Unreal Housewives. I mentored a young fella, and that played on really well as well. So if you're struggling, there's no harm in reaching out and find somebody. It's always good to kind of knock heads. And if you find the right person, they'll not take any credit. They just want to get kind of
You
Help
see
us
in the moment, you go,
Aye,
go
just
for
what he called,
coffee. Many
aye,
times do you send that young fella for a coffee or a tea or something?
He took
When he
me.
was at-
But it's
Go get me
not,
a coffee and come back and I'll teach you
but I
something.
love it. I love people just tapping into their own creativity, and that's why I done I do everything voluntary if I'm going to do it. Like I'm willing work with voluntary, do everything that I'm going to do. They kind of get stories out there voluntary because I just kind of think people need something. Like I needed something. That's why I went to the Actors Bunker, and the people there helped.
What is
me.
Actors Bunker?
It's not alive anymore. COVID killed it basically. Right. So it was a thing up in the sandwich company, and people come and write poetry or write like wee sketches and things like that, and do comedy, stand-up comedy, something for everybody that maybe were like-minded people. And it didn't. I wasn't at it probably about a year. That's where I got the Jack, where the film, and I got the play out of, and just from there, then it tap into those wee things. Like there's loads of local actors groups and things like that. They're
Do you know
harder.
any offhandy?
Probably the Movers and Shakers, if I'm honest, is the only one that sticks out in my head. But I think that's more of a mature group. They're maybe, I don't want to insult anybody, I think the age range is a little bit older. But it's difficult. Younger groups maybe go to Studio 2, if, depending on what you're looking for. Or Nerve Centre does really good.
They do a lot, don't
they? They do loads, aye. But if you've an idea, just run with it. Just do it. But if you've got camera work and you know what you want to tell.
Then for something like camera work, if you're going small movie or something like that, how many people are you thinking on that there? Uses what, 46 or 50?
Not a lot. See, as I say, you can tell a story better with smaller characters. Larger, as I say, larger casts is for the gags. You need people coming in and taking a hand out of people. Say Unreal Housewives, 10 characters is unheard of. Trying to write that was almost near impossible. Like that's why I nearly had a meltdown towards the end, because I was like, I've given myself a deadline. Nobody gave it to me. I gave myself a deadline because I knew it had to be done before the end of the summer, and I was like, right, if I don't get it done by this time, then people aren't going to have enough time to rehearse. But if you've got enough time and you're able to plot things out, you can do it really well.
If you're writing that and you see a character, do you kind of do a side note on all about that character? Yeah. Do you need to like nearly write their age, their this, their that, and write everything about a character? How deep do you go into a character?
Whenever I'm writing, I almost understand who I'm writing about. It's almost like a family member. I already know the character, and it's whenever you're writing, sometimes the writing kind of ticks over. And I don't know until I start the story where it's going to go. And I could think, right, I'm going to start here, and this is how I want it to end, and have a completely different ending to what I thought it was going to be, because my characters developed whenever I was writing them. In the middle, it took me somewhere else. And I thought, do you know what? Because you're writing in the moment, and you're kind of thinking, that character, there's no way now that I've developed this person. Would they actually side with this person? And it causes rifts and it causes a bigger story. So it depends on...
so instead of trying to bring them back, you just let them
just
go
let
where
them
they go?
Just sometimes the writing just has to take over, and you just let it happen itself, kind of organically. That's why I like to write. And just kind of keep notes of any changes or any change in my own direction and why I done it, because it kind of helps them for anything else that I'm writing. It might happen again.
The same thing might happen the same way originally.
Yeah, definitely.
And is there anything you want to finish with? You wrap up or anything?
No, well, I don't know. Janet, are we saying? Aye? Well, we'll say it off. Right, we'll do it off. She's here to pick brains, you see it. She's watching behind the scenes. We do have something that's probably, like yourself, pick your brain after off stage.
Podcast in the pipeline.
Something in the pipeline, yes.
Excellent.
Podcast in the pipeline.
Well, great having you on anyway.
Thank you so much.
Hey, class.
Enjoyed it.
Perfect,
Thanks very
thank
much.
you.
It was great, thank you.